Peter Parker's life has grown more complicated after the events of the last battle. Trying to balance college, friendships, and his secret identity has never been harder. The city still views Spider-Man with mixed feelings, and Peter often questions whether his sacrifices have been worth it. Yet deep down, he knows New York needs him. His nights remain filled with swinging through skyscrapers, watching over strangers who will never know his name. One evening, while patrolling, Peter stumbles upon a mysterious new criminal syndicate moving weapons across the city. The weapons seem far more advanced than anything he has seen before, hinting at dangerous new technology. As he intervenes, he faces off against mercenaries using strange energy-powered gauntlets. Barely managing to stop them, he realizes this threat isn't random. It's calculated. Someone powerful is pulling the strings. Back at his apartment, Peter struggles with exhaustion. His bills are late, his landlord is pressing him, and his dual life has drained him emotionally. He misses the simplicity of just being a kid, free from the burdens of responsibility. MJ notices his constant stress, trying to remind him that he isn't alone. Their bond remains strong, but the weight of Spider-Man's choices often creates distance. Meanwhile, a new face emerges in the city. Dr. Otto Octavius, a brilliant scientist who has returned after years in hiding. Once thought gone forever, he has reinvented himself, claiming to work towards sustainable energy for the future. Publicly, he seems redeemed, but whispers in the shadows suggest otherwise. His experiments connect eerily to the strange weapons Spider-Man encountered. As Peter investigates, he begins to notice inconsistencies in Octavius' work. The technology behind the weapons mirrors the old Oscorp designs, enhanced with something alien. Curiosity leads Peter to Oscorp's abandoned labs, where he uncovers traces of Venom's symbiote material. Someone has been experimenting on it, combining it with technology to make weapons more lethal. The discovery terrifies him. MJ pushes Peter to tell someone about his findings, but he fears involving anyone else in danger. He carries the weight alone, remembering how every secret he's kept has endangered the people he loves. At the same time, Harry Osborn resurfaces in Peter's life. Their friendship feels fragile, but Harry insists he wants to reconnect. Still, Peter can't shake the feeling Harry is hiding something. Soon, Spider-Man faces a devastating ambush on the streets. A new villain calling himself Scorpion appears, armored in experimental tech fused with symbiote traces. The fight is brutal, and Peter barely escapes with his life. Wounded and shaken, he realizes his enemies are evolving faster than he can keep up. For the first time, doubt seeps in. What if he can't win this time? While recovering, Peter confides in MJ about his fear of losing everything. She reminds him that Spider-Man isn't defined by victory, but by never giving up, no matter the odds. Her words rekindle his determination. But when Peter digs deeper, he discovers Octavius has been secretly recruiting enhanced criminals, forming a sinister alliance. The plan becomes clear. Octavius intends to unleash chaos on the city, proving that humanity cannot survive without his vision of control. Each villain has been given new tech, bound by symbiote traces, making them nearly unstoppable. Peter realizes this isn't just about him. It's about the future of New York. The stakes have never been higher. Harry's strange behavior soon comes to light. Consumed by guilt over his father's legacy, he has been experimenting with Oscorp's hidden research. The symbiote has bonded with him in ways he can't control, twisting his emotions and fueling his anger. When Peter confronts him, Harry lashes out, blaming Spider-Man for everything he's lost. Their friendship is shattered. With Harry now transformed into a new goblin-like figure, Octavius finally unveils his full plan. Using the symbiote-infused tech, he plans to enslave the city's infrastructure, cutting power, communication, and safety systems to force submission. The villains launch coordinated attacks, plunging New York into chaos. Sirens fill the night as the city burns. Spider-Man races across the city, trying to hold everything together. He saves civilians from collapsing buildings, stops runaway trains, and fights endless battles. But exhaustion and loss weigh him down. He begins to question whether he can endure the cost of being Spider-Man. The loneliness cuts deeper than ever. In a desperate moment, Peter seeks guidance from Aunt May's old letters, which remind him why he chose this path. Her words echo, "You don't wear the mask because you're invincible. You wear it because others aren't." Renewed, Peter knows he must face the villains head-on, no matter the outcome. The final showdown begins at Oscorp Tower, where Octavius prepares his ultimate weapon. Scorpion, Goblin, and the rest of the enhanced villains guard the perimeter. Spider-Man fights his way through each of them, battered and broken but unwilling to stop. The battle is relentless, testing every ounce of his will. When Peter finally reaches Octavius, he discovers Harry is being used as a pawn. The symbiote within Harry threatens to consume him entirely, turning him into a monster. Peter refuses to give up on his friend, even as Harry tries to kill him. In one heartbreaking moment, Peter removes his mask, begging Harry to remember who he is. Harry resists the symbiote's control for a brief moment, long enough to turn against Octavius. Together, they destroy the control system fueling the weapon. But the effort costs Harry everything. He sacrifices himself to save Peter and the city. As Harry collapses, he asks Peter to forgive him. The city is saved, but victory feels hollow. Peter mourns Harry's death, knowing their friendship never fully healed. MJ stays by his side, reminding him that even heroes are allowed to grieve. New York begins to rebuild, but Peter knows peace will never last long. In the aftermath, the Daily Bugle paints Spider-Man as both a savior and a menace, dividing public opinion once more. J. Jonah Jameson fuels the controversy, leaving Peter to accept that he will always be misunderstood. Still, he continues swinging through the night because the city needs him. But in the shadows, the remnants of the symbiote remain. As a black tendril slithers away into darkness, a new threat quietly takes shape. The war for New York is far from over. Peter stands on a rooftop, looking over the city skyline as dawn breaks. His body aches, his heart is heavy, but his resolve is unshaken. No matter the cost, he is Spider-Man. And as long as the city calls for him, he will always answer. Weeks later, Oscorp's sealed vaults are raided by unknown figures. Classified projects tied to Norman Osborn resurface, hinting that the Goblin legacy isn't truly gone. Buried secrets are now in the wrong hands, setting the stage for an even darker storm. Peter feels the tension growing, like the city itself is holding its breath. MJ begins noticing changes in Peter beyond exhaustion. The battles, the losses, and the symbiote residue from his last encounters have left marks on his psyche. He wrestles with nightmares and visions of himself turning into something monstrous. The line between Peter Parker and Spider-Man blurs dangerously. Elsewhere, a mysterious figure watches from the shadows. A man with military precision, studying Spider-Man's every move. He is revealed to be Mac Gargan, still alive after his defeat as Scorpion, now swearing revenge. But this time, he isn't alone. An unknown benefactor supplies him with resources and allies. The seeds of the Sinister Six begin to take root. The film closes with Peter walking hand in hand with MJ through the streets of New York, trying to enjoy one quiet night. Yet as the camera pans upward, the city skyline glows under storm clouds, thunder echoing in the distance. Spider-Man's war is far from finished, and his greatest battles may still lie ahead.